Oh, oh, you be good to me. You make me glad when I feel blue. I'm eternally, I'll always be in love with you. And all I gotta do is thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. I could tell the world a thing or two about our love. I'm no little girl, only a fool would doubt our love. And all I gotta do is thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl, for loving me the way that you do. That's the kind of love that is too good to be true. And all I gotta do is thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Oh, 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 oh. All right, little Beatles to start our day. Early Beatles, I might say, also. Notice they used a lot of words that only had one syllable. I love, thank you, be glad, me, blue, when. Anyway, all right, so first thing you want to say to clear out the clutter in our mind as we face what we have to face in the world, all your needs will be taken care of if you follow your higher path. That's the assumption we have here. All right, so for my journaling friends, what's your vision of the world where all needs are met, or at least your needs are met? So my question to you is, what keeps you from having hope? Where do you feel like a victim? And what's the payoff for staying in a victim place? Not easy questions to hold yourself accountable to, but important, right? If you want to find out what your vision of the world is, where your needs are met, ask yourself these questions. What keeps you from having hope? Where do you feel like a victim? And what's the payoff for staying like a victim? All right. So my teacher, BKS Engar, says that yoga is the search where you go from restlessness to restfulness. But whether you're a mild, average, keen, or a supremely enthusiastic student, that's the speed at which you're going to go about tackling this, dealing with it. Go at your own pace. But know that your sincerity, your integrity, your honesty, and your dedication to this subject is how you control it and integrate it. You'll get purity in action, which is karma yoga, purity in intelligence, which is jnana yoga, and purity in love, which is bhakti yoga. So yoga is the direct instrument which you can embody these things in the world. Now, one of the toughest things to face in growing, getting higher, expanding consciousness is the loss of inflation. Oh, you get so high, so perked up. You think that being beautiful and being filled with light all the time, and that's the key, all the time, right? But of course, consumerism doesn't tell you that there's going to be deflation. It makes you hang on to whatever you think is going to make you safe, pretty, available, attractive. But growth is loss, not just gain or addition and expansion. So the fantasy of ever expanding, ever developing, ever cultivating, ever creating, ever integrating, it's going to fall flat at some point. It's as if you don't fulfill that, you fail. Then you're in a constant state of failure, because who can make their ideal the real? Don't compare yourself to where the fantasy says you should be. The real and the ideal are never the same. Then you might get a throwback to how you felt in your family, and then you're right back to where you were. Don't do that. Allow for the fact that you're going to grow, and there's going to be ups and downs, bumps in the road, hurdles to jump over, twists and turns you didn't expect. It's going to knock you off your perch, and that's okay. All right, it's also said that we're going over the 8 stages of social interaction, from healthy toddler to person right before they're ready to drop the body. Eric Erickson asked these questions. The second stage, is it okay to be me? From 2 to 4, you work on autonomy, exploring the world, learning about things, curiosity, interest, unless you're given strict guidelines, restrictive guidelines. So instead of learning through trial and error, both what your interest is, and that's all, that there are dangerous things to your health in the world, you have to learn that also. But you learn to solve problems on your own if your parents give you enough room to do that. Otherwise, if they ridicule your attempts at self-sufficiency, then shame and self-doubt is what predominates as you move into the next stage, instead of autonomy and confidence. So I hope that you all find what you're yearning for. Yearning means longing for something that you feel is lost or you've been separated from. The source of our own self is what yoga would say. The identification of the seer with the seen. But each one of us has within ourselves a beacon, a light that serves as a guide or a signal to us. Follow this. And so, although we have to let go of familiar territory, which is hard sometimes, it's called attachment, and then you have this expanded view, but then coming back is difficult also. You can't sit with it in the same way that you did before. So I recommend, once again, the power of positive thinking, positive mental attitude in whatever you're doing. So when I use the word spirit, to me it's the ultimate good. It's the indwelling center in every single person, which is why heaven is an inward state of consciousness. And spirit will respond to us, bringing into our experience everything necessary for unfolding and enabling us to help others and bless the world in the process. So, although it sounds selfish at the beginning, nothing is more important than that you feel good. Your vibration will be your point of attraction, and remember, whatever you vibrate, the law of attraction is going to help to be more. So that's how you become the creator of your own experience. So may you all let well-being flow to you. And if you don't, you're going to suffocate for the lack of being able to feast on it. So allow it, let it be, enjoy it, give thanks for it.